Well, I just heard from Amber Lawley. I want to take this time to thank them for sponsoring our shows last week. They called to let me know that my subscribers bought a lot of their CBD lotion. I was really happy to hear that. As their way of saying thank you to my subscribers, they are now offering you this deal. For every 3 items you buy, the 3rd item will be free. That's right. So every time you buy 3 items, the 3rd item is free. Just use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and the 3rd item is free. One thing I've learned about this lotion, not only does it help with joint pain as well as muscle pain, but man, it makes your skin really smooth. So as an added bonus, not only does it help with joint and muscle pain, it also helps out with making your skin very smooth. An added bonus. So go on over there to Amber Lawley. And remember, for every 3 items you buy, the 3rd one is free when you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y. Go check them out.
Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? First of all, these 2 coins right here, I have one of each, and they are absolutely stunning. Stunning. But is it their time? Because God knows a lot of us who've been stacking precious metals have been waiting for a long time. Almost as long as some of these people who've been stacking dinar. Anyways, there's some news coming up. We know this week is going to be interesting. That's for sure when Jerome Powell starts to let us in on what it is the Feds plan on doing. I could tell you it doesn't make a difference either way. I'll explain. Before we get started, hit the thumbs up button, because when you do, it helps us get past the algorithm that YouTube puts on us and keeps us from being shadow banned. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. The disclaimer here is I'm not a financial advisor, a lawyer, or an accountant. The information that I share with you, I do freely. It is of my own opinion. Hey folks, just a quick reminder that back in 2008 and 9, a lot of people lost all of their retirement savings in their 401ks and IRAs because they did not own gold and silver. Yeah, that's right. Gold and silver protects you from a market crash. So do yourself a favor, protect your retirement by purchasing gold and silver. You can go to moneymetals.com, reach out to them, and they will help you set yourself up to protect you and your family from having to start all over from scratch. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will send along with your order a free ½ ounce of silver. So folks, do yourself a favor, head on over to moneymetals.com and protect you and your family from a market crash, as well as inflation. That's right, head on over to Money Metals when you want to buy gold and silver. Keep in mind, if you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free ½ ounce of silver. Hey, right now, a special offer for my audiences only. You have a chance to win 100 free American Silver Eagles. That's over $3,000 in value. And all you have to do is enter your email to win. That's it. That's right, there's no obligations to purchase. The link is down below in the description, so head on over there, enter to win. Yeah, between now and December 31st of this year to enter. The only way you can for sure not win 100 silver American Eagles is by not entering at all. So do yourself a favor and enter your email so you have a chance to win. People keep asking me, where is the link, Pimpy? It's real simple. If you're at my page on YouTube and you're watching any of the videos, any of them, you see the video here and you scroll down, see my name right here? If you go here where it says show more and you click it, here's all the links to the things you have access to. If you want to enter into the competition to win 100 free medals, just click it right here and it'll take you to the website where you can sign up. If you want to buy and own physical gold and silver, just click this link right here and it'll take you to the Money Metals website. And if you're thinking about buying cryptocurrencies, just scroll on down and you see the word Coinbase. Click this and it'll take you over to the website that you can sign up for. So you can buy Shiba, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin. For those of you looking for my address, there it is right here. As everyone is aware of an alternative website, The link is down below in the description. Over here, I post original content as well as other videos that have been banned from YouTube. It costs $3 a month to join for unlimited access, and all proceeds go to finding life's purpose. So come on over there and join us. Beware of scammers. That's right, people posing and pretending to be me. How you can tell us apart is real simple. If you post a comment and I respond, you will see a dark circle around my name. See this? It's either gray or black. I won't be sending you to WhatsApp, and I won't be sending you to Telegram or Telegraph or anything like that, nor would I be asking you for money. From time to time, I will be using material that's considered copywritten. I post this just to show that I am exercising my fair use rights. Well, one thing we know about gold and silver, everything certainly as it seems, or I should say everything certainly as it should seem. What I mean by that, we know what's going on in the market. We know we're in lockdown. We know the market is being artificially pumped and manipulated. We know there's quantitative easing going on. We know that our country has incurred so much debt that it's going to be impossible to ever get out. Anybody who's ever paid attention to history, when it pertains to the markets, when it pertains to gold and silver, when it pertains to the reserve dollar, we know that there's a lifespan of somewhere around 80 years before they try to push us into a new monetary system, a major monetary change. Usually it's preceded by some major global event, something like a pandemic. We move from one system into the next. The system we've been in, the fiat currency one that we're in now, the Federal Reserve dollar, it's somewhere just a little over 100 years old. All of the norms when it comes to measuring what a person should and should not do when it comes to investments seem to have gone right out the door. What I mean by that is if you look at what's going on with gold and silver, their behavior is not normal. It's not reacting to the markets the way it should be acting. And we all know why. It's being manipulated. You would think that would deter people from buying gold and silver, but it's actually having the opposite effect. We know there is a worldwide shortage in both gold and silver, as well as other precious metals. They're trying to force us into this great reset, the Green New Deal, where everything is electric and everybody lives in la la land, trying to do away with oil. It has zero chance of being successful. All of our new technology, all of it, cell phones, computers, the electric car, you name it, all those things have silver in it. If there's already a deficit in silver, and what I mean by that is every year the global demand for silver is around 1 billion ounces. The problem is they haven't been producing 1 billion ounces. They've been running short every year. We heard for the last few years, but we just found out it's been that way since 2012, somewhere in that neighborhood. A lot longer than they had let everybody know. With that in mind, knowing where we're heading in the future, with them trying to force us into wind turbines and solar panels, all those things, including electric cars, need silver. And not just silver, copper. This is why you're seeing copper go up. Our government has been lying to us. And the thing that really sucks about this when it comes to gold and silver, because I watch news from different countries, it gives me a real perspective on what's going on. And I'm watching over in China how they're encouraging their citizens to buy gold right now and telling them to store up on food right now. Over in Russia, they're telling their people to buy gold. In India, they're telling their people to buy gold. You come here to America. That's not what our government does. Our government really loves to screw its citizens. It does. Are they telling us that we should store up on food, especially after they went out of their way to disrupt the supply lines? No. No. Our government's definitely the last people you want to get any kind of information from, any kind of data from, any kind of support from. If you have India, China, and Russia all telling their citizens to buy gold, and we're seeing central banks around the world all buying gold, some of them at a record high, don't you think we should? Anyways, you see me talk about gold and silver like a beach ball being held underneath the water. How much longer do you think they're going to be able to hold it? Every action that the Fed takes is the wrong action. They don't have a choice. I know we've been saying that for a long time, but I just keep watching them. It's almost like for those individuals that know the data that they're reading, like I'm talking about the real professionals, even they're like, what the hell? Gold and silver is being held down. It's not responding at all the way it should to the markets at all. That's why I was concerned when I see all these hedge fund people and billionaires and millionaires all talking about, hey, and they're trying to push everybody into cryptocurrencies. Kind of was a red flag for me. It's almost as if they're discouraging people from buying gold and silver. And it might be that because there's not enough of it out there. Remember, it was like 4 years ago when JP Morgan said there's not enough gold in the world and that the world will run out in about 20 years. Now, I don't know how the heck they know if the world's going to run out of gold. What do they got? Some big magic radar that goes right through the earth and you can see that there's no gold left? Seriously. But anyways, that was a prediction. Remember, silver is a byproduct. People mine for other metals, and if they run into silver, hey, bonus. Because silver, you can't make enough money off of it. It's not worth them going out and searching for silver and mining it. There are silver mining companies out there, don't get me wrong, but to go out of your way to look for silver and then mine it, it's not affordable. That's the one metal that they keep down. It's second in commercial uses only to oil. Look, we got gold hanging around the $1,780 mark. Silver sitting around $22.22. So look, right now when it comes to gold and silver, we know the markets are closed. On the weekend, you used to be able to watch them perform, but for some reason, they stopped doing that. But we can see Bitcoin finally in the green, but for how long? It at least got back up to $50,475. Ethereum is back up to $4,168. Solana, $175. Cardano, $1.37. Our new world order coin, XRP is at 85 cents. Polkadot's at 29.65. Dogecoin, did not hit the 18 cents. Shiba, still hanging around at 403637. I've been reading all kinds of articles when it comes to Shiba. Shiba is already quickly grabbing worldwide adoption. I mean, quickly. Overseas, in Russia, Japan, already embracing them. So the fact that there's no movement on there is kind of freaky. But like I said, I think there's something going on with these meme coins, Shiba and Satoma. So right now, Sata Mask audit is at 82%. There's a lot of anticipation that once Sata Mask is up, the coin is going to get a nice jump in value. And there's reasons for that. But since Sata Mask is determined to launch their own crypto exchange, and one that appears to be unmatched because of all the benefits it's offering its platform users, like I said, I couldn't help but think there appears to be some type of attack by the crypto establishment. But anyways, if we look at the metaverse coins, there's a good little chunk of them that are in the green. Let's see who the top dogs are. GameFi is up 26.49%. Seek is up 24.43%. So as you can see, you can see the metaverse coins. They got a nice batch of them in the green. This Illuvium is one that I'm going to be focusing on. I really think that once they launch their game and people start getting used to it, that's really going to go up. And the reason for that is, like I said, if you have a chance to earn money, cryptos, by challenging people doing a game that looks very similar to Pokemon, you're going to see a lot of activity on this platform. Hopefully it goes without a hitch. I'm curious to see what direction it goes into. So where we at with Satoma? Well, we're at 7046. Nice, it's up 5.7%. If you look down here on the charts, in the past hour, it's up 1.3%. Good. In the past 24, it's up 5.7%. Good. But the past 7 days, it's up 20.2%. See, as these longer periods of time continue to turn green, that's good news. That's what you want to see because they've been in the red for a little while. So over the last 7 days, on average, the overall average, it's up 20.2%. Over the last 14 days, though, it is negative 19.7%. And over the last 30 days, it's negative 53.7%. So it's lost more than half its value over the last 30 days. But you can see the charts right here. You can see that they have a positive flow going for them. And with good reason, like I said, with SATA mass so close to being completed. It's a lot of people are anticipating that once it's up, the coin to take off. That is, as long as the crypto establishment doesn't get involved and interfere. All right, Tommy Park in our group on Facebook posted this interesting video. Now, it is interesting, though, but...
That's my personal thoughts on the matter. But here's a thought from Drewski, shared by XRP Phoenix here. The U.S. could turn off the internet and yet still have internet, SpaceX. They could turn off the internet and still have money, XRP and XLM. Do you understand this? The entire globe could lose power and there would still be an internet and money available for use. If you remember, he's highlighting this.
Ripple released prototype version of XPOP, the software that will enable users to make payments without the internet using XRPL, which is the XRP ledger. One of my concerns was, what happens if the power goes off? How are you going to have access to your cryptocurrencies? It seems to me that XRP and XLM are working on that problem. But also, I did do a video introducing you guys to what's known as Li-Fi. That's right, Li-Fi. And what that means is, if the internet goes down, as long as there's a light anywhere, for some reason, the internet stays connected, even if they try to turn it off, through the lights. So you would have access to the internet, which is weird. So some of you might remember I did that video going, what the heck is this? It's called Li-Fi. So as long as there's a light anywhere, you can have access to the internet. So technology is getting kind of creepy and freaky. You know what I mean? If people are going to be able to access the internet when the internet is down, or because you have a light on, what the heck does that mean coming in the opposite direction? Pretty soon people will be able to spy on you through your light bulb. So thanks, Tommy, for posting that. It is very interesting. XRP and XLM. No internet, no problem. They got your back. Something to think about when you make your choice. It's from December 4th. Gold at 10,000, silver at 500 due to a decade of shortage. Inflationary black swan event. Remember I told you they were lying to us about the amount of gold and silver that was being produced every year? We've been running on a deficit for over a decade. Yeah, this is going to catch up to them. Right now is the best time to be in gold and silver. It really is. Let's hear this report really quick.
Gold's safe haven appeal is yet to kick in. The precious metal once again failed to hold the 1,800 an ounce level. And that's despite high volatility in the US stocks triggered by Omicron fears. Here's a look at Kitco's top 3 stories of the week. At number 3, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen testified before the US Congress. Powell shocked the markets when he finally chose to retire the phrase "inflation is transitory." He explained that the risk of more persistent inflation is now higher, with the Fed failing to predict the supply side problems. Powell also triggered a sell-off in both US stocks and gold when he said the US Central Bank would introduce a more aggressive tapering schedule at the upcoming December meeting. Yellen, in the meantime, maintained that the US stimulus package was only a small contributor to higher than expected inflation. At number 2, central banks are once again...
Wait. Just so you guys are aware, because nobody pays attention, you just jump up and down because you got some money. Yay! Did you ever see the amount of money they put in these stimulus packages? Do you realize us citizens got less than 6% of the overall packages every time they got approved? Where the heck did the other money go? Why the heck are they sending money anywhere else? Our government has a bad habit of sending our taxpayer monies everywhere else except for where it's needed with its citizens. And they just do it without our permission.
Banks are once again buying gold, and inflation fears might be the reason why. The big news this week was the Central Bank of Singapore buying gold for the first time in 2 decades. and increasing its gold reserves by 20% this year. Singapore's gold purchase went largely under the radar as the central bank bought more than 26 tons of gold between the months of May and June, boosting its total gold reserves to over 150 tons. The Irish Central Bank also added to its gold reserves for the first time in 12 years, buying 2 tons of the precious metal.
Gee, do they know something we don't know? All this time, while they were holding prices down, trying to discourage people from investing into gold and silver, and at times smashing the amount down so much that people would panic and sell their gold and silver for fear of a loss. Meanwhile, whatever you sold, they were buying up. So if things were as peaches and cream as they claim it would be, why are we seeing record amounts of gold being bought by central banks around the world? Why are 3 of the 4 biggest countries encouraging their citizens to buy gold and store up on food?
And coming in at number 1. This will be a decade of shortage defined by high inflation and a failed attempt to raise rates, which will be the perfect combo to trigger a massive rally in gold. Gary and Rosenweg Associates Managing Partner Lee Gehring tells Kiko. He sees gold hitting $10,000 an ounce and silver reaching $500 before the end of this decade. The reasons behind such a bold outlook are shortages in everything and high price pressures, which could trigger a black swan event. Gehring says, we could be looking at a black swan event in inflation. It could be an oil shock, natural gas shock, or agricultural shock. And the Fed will have to give up on raising rates because it will be too painful for everyone. This will be the start of a massive bull market in gold. That's a look at our top 3 stories of the week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget.
As soon as the Feds, and they haven't even done this yet, as soon as they start introducing a rate hike, you're going to see this start to happen. Jerome Powell said they're going to raise interest rates starting in 2022. With the tapering taking place and interest rates hike, gold and silver is going to have a heyday. Gold is done falling, and the Fed announcement can't change that. Love it. One thing Wall Street agrees on when it comes to gold market next week is that the precious metals is unlikely to fall when the Federal Reserve makes its accelerated tapering announcement. So that's coming up, I believe, on the 15th. The 13 participating analysts on the Wall Street side were largely split between higher gold prices and sideways prices. At least it's not going down, according to them. With 48% of each camp, the remaining 8% was on the price could decline. You can see the survey here. Wall Street says it's going to be bullish. Main Street says it's going to be bullish. Everybody's anticipating gold and silver going on the run. This should have happened years ago, but the fact that it hasn't happened yet means we have a chance to benefit from it. Remember, I'm telling you, watch what they do, not what they say. You have all these CEOs and execs everywhere selling their shares of stock, selling their homes. They're getting liquid. They're waiting for the dust to settle after this huge market crash. Gold is ending the week flat. With February come gold futures, what? Excuse you? With February what? With February gold futures, I'll skip that word. With February gold futures last trading at around $1,784. It's up 0.43% for the day. So again, they use these futures contracts to manipulate the prices for those of you in the crypto world. So you can see, and we've seen a huge jump in inflation, up 6.8%. That's huge. So everybody's waiting to see what the Federal Reserve would do, what they're going to say, and that'll affect the markets. But I don't care what they say. I agree with this article. It's not going to make a difference. You can keep trying to knock it down. And even if they did knock gold and silver down to $1, I wouldn't fall for that. Hell, even if they did knock it down on the spot market to $1, you sure the heck won't find any retailer selling it less than $30 an ounce. Fed tapering already priced in. Can gold price get a boost next week? Is it already priced in? Is it really? With all eyes on the Federal Reserve next week following Friday's hot inflation data, analysts see gold in a good position to surprise investors to the upside. Again, in here, it's almost the same as the other article. They're just talking about this inflation numbers that they were honest about, or so they say. They were honest that it went up at least 6.8%. So if they're reporting that it went up 6.8%, you could be sure that it's probably somewhere higher than 13%. So when you go through these articles, what you see here is a perfect storm when it comes to gold and silver. Worldwide shortage on both precious metals. Inflation way higher than they are admitting. Assets overvalued, causing bubbles everywhere. The stock market bubble, real estate market bubble, the bonds, and the crypto bubbles. Homes are not really that valuable. The reason why it appears that way is because the dollar has no real purchasing power. It's an illusion. If I was one of those professionals, you know how they do, hey, here's the green on this or the red on that. I would say definitely the green is to sell your house. The red is to not buy. Just wait. There will be a lot of homes available like what we saw back in the housing bubble market in 2007 and 8. There were so many houses in foreclosure, it was ridiculous. And you could buy those homes for pennies on the dollar. The banks don't want them on their books. You could go in there and make them a decent offer at a ridiculously cheap price and pick up one or more homes as an investment after that. Just keep that in mind. So gold and silver, we've been saying this for years. It's sooner or later. That's what we keep saying. But so far they managed to continue to do what they need to do to hold gold and silver down while they continue to gobble it up as much as possible. But like I was saying before, we don't care about what they say. Watch what they do. All the little signs that something big is coming are there. Way back before we even got into the RONA, when I first was doing my videos, I told everybody there are indicators that you should look for. I listened to the historians talk about what they've analyzed. I listen to historians who talk about gold and silver and these trends that are in the market. When you start seeing millionaires and billionaires selling off their assets so they can be liquid when they get to the other side of this, they need cash ready. Why? So all the stocks that they sold at $400 per share, they could buy on the other side at $50 a share. They can get a lot more bang for their buck. That's the same with any of these assets. Elon Musk is selling his homes. Elon Musk is selling his shares of stocks. CEOs everywhere are resigning, retiring, and selling their shares. They do not want to be part of a sinking ship. They're selling their shares so they can get the cash. They put it into assets, ones that you can liquidate real quick, like gold and silver, collectibles, paintings, baseball cards now. They're in baseball cards, sports cars, collectible cars, undeveloped real estate, commodities. All the signs are there for a huge crash. If you had gold and silver, just hang tight, ride it out, do what you can to survive. That's why you should be storing up on food, water, alternative to energy, protection. Start grabbing seeds, put it in your own little seed bank, just in case. There's nothing wrong with being prepared, if you know what I mean. Anyway, guys, that's it. Just hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.